I decided to ban my transgender sister from attending my own wedding because my parents did the unthinkable.
Why ban the sister when the parents did the unthinkable?
Wait, what?
Why ban the sister when the parents did the unthinkable, right?
That's the question.
This is a case that needs to be solved.
That's right. So there's something not right here. So some background. I have a trans sister who came out to us around a year ago, but had been on hormones for longer and hid it from us until she had moved out into her own place, probably because our parents are very conservative and known to be transphobic.
Yikes.
As a result, there was a huge fight and a ton of people in our family, including our own parents, cut her off and did not want to talk to her anymore.
Yo, that sucks. Freaking rough.
People are insane.
Ugh.
I like to think I've been pretty supportive of her so far, using her pronouns and her name and all that, which has been hard considering our family gives us crap for doing so. I even make it a point to visit her every so often while she hasn't seen most of our other family since last year.
Wow.
That's,
dude, just being totally cut off. It's so rough.
Awful. I also promised her that if and when I got married in the future, she'd still be invited despite any tension with our family.
Okay. So, I mean, it seems like OP is being an
thus
amazing
far, like,
sibling.
Doing what they should be to support their sister.
But dude, what a awful situation.
Awful situation.
Like, I don't know how do you like navigate
literally
that?
You're cut off from the people you like grew up with and like everything.
And it's like also like OP is caught in the middle of it too. And like they're caught up in the bigotry that these parents
exactly. And that's a tough position to be in too. You know what I mean?
It's tougher. Yeah.
Tough for everybody. Yeah. Well, not the people. It's easy to cut someone off, but not easy for OP or their sibling. Now, me and my fiance got engaged a while back. My parents, especially my dad, absolutely adore this guy. And since my sister came out, they've almost seen him as their substitute son.
Oh, that's like, I mean, like, it's good that they like
it's good they consider the fiance so a son, but
the substitute
son
so fucking rough.
My brain just breaks comprehending, like, okay, the parents were probably raised with all this ideology, I get that, but it's like your child.
Yeah, how does love not trump, you know, the bigotry and
even like your child like murdering someone? It's just like it's still, there's still an element of like that is my child. I don't know. Like I just can't.
And how could you disown your child?
How can you walk away from your own child? It just blows my mind. Yeah. I don't understand.
Not good parents.
No. Almost as a result, he's definitely more on their side of the situation. Yikes. And he's made it clear that he doesn't really agree with or like my sister at all that much. That's a red flag, bro.
Right?
That's a big red flag.
If you don't like someone's family, I mean, that's especially if that person likes their family, that's going to be a hard thing to
it's one
manage.
thing if like it's just like a random family member who's like an asshole. But like this is like the sister that has done literally nothing wrong. Literally nothing wrong.
Yeah, that's a red flag, dude.
Also seems like weirdly opportunistic. It's like,
what do you mean?
It seems like OP's fiance is kind of like leaning into this
adoption,
the like adopted son role, which is like, I don't know. It's like a bit like, let me use this.
I don't know if I necessarily see it as opportunistic, but I do see it as a like red flag that he is siding with the parents. Yeah. On these issues.
Yeah, I'm making an assumption, but yeah, it's at the bare minimum, it's very strange that he's not siding with his. Usually you side with your partner.
Yeah, not your
That's the one you love and like literally live your life with. So interesting.
Yikes.
After the proposal, which was very elaborate and surprising and orchestrated by my parents who also happen to be
parents orchestrated the proposal.
They're also wedding planners. It seems that's interesting. They all started talking with me about planning the big day and even offered to pay for everything.
Oh, wow.
I mentioned wanting to invite my sister and they shut the idea down immediately, talking about how she disrespected the family and cut them off and all that.
Oh,
buddy, it sounds like you cut the sister off.
Yeah. Wow.
They basically gave me an ultimatum. either have my wedding planned and paid for by them or have my sister there and they do not come at all.
Fuck. What a terrible.
Awful. Absolutely effing awful. Why? Why in any... You would literally miss your own child's wedding because of something as stupid as that. Your own child's wedding.
Dude, I feel like that's a hard decision.
That's a very hard decision.
That's a hard decision. God. Maybe you have like a double wedding or something.
I don't know.
But that's tough. Yeah. Fuck.
I took my parents' offer. In the end, I finally decided to take my parents' offer because I can't really afford to pay for an entire wedding.
Yeah.
And because my fiance pressured me into accepting it.
The fiance sounds like, I don't know. Dude, not great. Fiance is that's more in bed with the parents than...
I broke the news to my sister and she's very understandably upset, but I'm still inviting her to a smaller after party over Zoom so we can still be together on the big day.
Over Zoom though?
Over Zoom, like a Zoom after party. That's almost like adding insult to injury.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I still feel really guilty about this though. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? Dude, I mean, this is a drastically challenging situation to be in. Yeah. And you know,
you're not the a-hole.
You're
not the a-hole. I don't know if like by accepting this kind of wedding, you're probably doing so in a way that doesn't completely align with your values.
Yeah, So here's one question I have. The parents later in the story offered to pay for the wedding. So were they going to pay for the wedding themselves before? Like it came up.
I think they were. It seems like they were going to pay for the wedding.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, but I don't know. I mean, so actually, probably the payment is in the grander scheme of things. The payment issue is the much smaller issue. The issue is the parents and the sister.
I mean, the payment is a huge issue though too. That's like
it can be.
I mean, a wedding, like a bigger wedding. If you want to have a big wedding, it's like could be like.
But the thing is,
$100,000.
We recently had some friends married that paid like less than $3,000 for their wedding.
Right.
So it's like
where do they go?
It was on a beach. It was amazing actually. Yeah. They made like a handmade like chalkboard sign, and it was on the beach. Like I mean, it had all of the. It had the same like impact as like a kind of big fancy wedding would, in my opinion. And so at the end of the day, it sucks because it's totally fair for it to be like, hey, this is OP's like big day. Like OP should be able to have, you know, what she wants. But like either way, this is an absolutely effed scenario all around.
Today I effed up by kidnapping 2 people. Not 1 person, 2 people.
That's double the trouble if you ask me.
My mom invited people who were visiting from England over to her house and asked me to pick them up. My mom lives about an hour away and my apartment is close to the visiting relatives. She sends me an address and I proceed to said address. Now, mind you, I've never seen these people in my life before, but she told me the 2 people were supposed to come over. I get to the house and there are exactly 2 people standing outside. The dad and his 5-year-old son. It's snowing and sleeting outside, and I roll down my window to tell them to come in. The dad says something, and I just say, yeah, I'm here for you. Just come in. They get in the car, and we immediately start talking like we know each other. He tells me his phone is dead, so he couldn't call the people he was supposed to see and confirm the pickup. I assume he was talking about my mom. He asked me if he could plug his phone into the USB, and I'm like, sure.
Why not?
Then he proceeds to ask me about my life, and he asks if I know my native language, and I laugh, and I say, yeah. Apparently not well enough. But then he starts mentioning the word Munhor. And every time he says it, it's like Munhor Bai, which translates to brother Munhor, Munjor. And I didn't pay close attention. I had an hour drive ahead of me. Then we keep talking about how he is trying to learn English himself and is trying to get his little boy accustomed to the English language. He is really trying hard for people at home to start speaking it. Then he mentions how excited he is about the car. The Munhor Bai, is going to show. Moonhor Bai. I don't know how to pronounce that. At that point, I was 10 minutes into the drive and already on the highway. And it finally hit me. And I asked him, what does Moonhor mean? He says, it's a person's name. At that point, I'm like, that's a weird name to call my mom. And he goes, Mom, isn't that your uncle? And at that point, I'm like, what the crap? I go down the list of family members in my house to see if maybe he recognizes them. And he does not.
Oh.
We both have a puzzled look on my face, and his child is getting really scared at this point. He asks his dad, Dad, who is this man driving us? Then I decide to call my mom to clear it up. Turns out I picked up the wrong two people, and I had in fact picked up two total strangers. My mom asked me who I had in the car, and I was like, I have no idea. I hang up and tell them I was sorry. The fear in their eyes, I will never forget. I took the nearest U-turn and brought them home. Turns out the people I was supposed to pick up lived a floor below the people I actually picked up.
For a whole hour.
How do you not check?
So many steps had to happen where it could have been found out. Like, oh no, it's not us.
Yeah.
Like, how do you
not just be like, yo, like, what's your name? Like, who are you? Just
or like, especially the people, because I kind of understand the guy was distracted driving, but the two people going, it's like, hey, so like.
It's weird that like both parties failed to recognize that they are in the wrong place.
Yeah.
You know,
For
that's
an
the weirdest
hour.
part. For an hour.
That's egregious.